Well, next week will mark 20 years since Hurricane Katrina. It has been 20 years, folks. The powerful storm claimed thousands of lives and displaced millions of people. Today, we are hearing from a New Orleans animal rescue group that's celebrating a milestone born out of tragedy. Randy Rousseau takes us back to the storm that forever changed how pets are cared for during disasters and the lasting legacy of those efforts.
You know, people were hiding in flooded homes, a lot of them seniors, not wanting to be found and taken away from their pets after Katrina. That's how important that issue was.
That desperation, the images of stranded pets or those clinging to their humans in fear, is why so many animal advocates flooded the city in the wake of Hurricane Katrina.
And we were just a ragtag group trying to help our city.
Ginny Bowman-Robillata was one of the countless volunteers coming back that would later form Animal Rescue New Orleans. The need? Enormous.
And watching the levees be breached and that's when the whole thing started happening, and setting up the rescue center at Lamar Dixon and so much more.
The Louisiana SPCA making the difficult decision to evacuate, then quickly realizing the mission that awaited them.
I remember seeing the military there and saying, we'd like to go in with you. You take the humans, we'll take the pet, and this way we'll reunite them. And the guy was just very, we're here for humans.
As the daunting task of reuniting roughly 250,000 animals with their families trekked into weeks and months, advocates knew that change was paramount.
A senator called and said, "What can I do to help?" And I said, "We need to make sure this never happens again."
In 2006, the Pets Evacuation and Transportation Standards Act was passed, which requires state and local governments to include animals in their emergency plans.
We marched on our Capitol. Our legislature heard victims of the flood and about their pets, and they passed the first pet evacuation bill in the country that actually went on a federal level.
The act also gives people transportation options, so they too can seek shelter if for some reason their pet can't be right beside them. The Louisiana SPCA's transport program was also born out of the storm.
We had a group of volunteers who had evacuated to different parts of the country and had contacted their local shelters in those parts of the country and asked them to help.
Something that's thriving today. And Arno celebrating 20 years with a brand new facility. And while the storm brings back painful and harsh memories, there's solace in knowing there has been positive change for our pets.